In the opening scene of the movie, Tai Lung is seen attacking a mine. He claims that he is back to take everything that was his. Tai Lung tells the workers that not even the Dragon Warrior can stop him. Po's dads were expecting him at the restaurant's entrance, but Po was out saving the world as he faced off against a stingray. Po defeated the stingray with ease and went off to the grand opening. Po was greeted by fans who were anticipating his arrival. Master Shifu was among them, but he did not seem too pleased.
Absolutely, let's talk. Right after the ceremony.
Ceremony? What ceremony?
Po entertained the fans with stories before finally opening his new restaurant with his parents by his side. Shifu came over and told him they needed to talk right now. Po went along with him. Shifu soon informed him that Po would need to choose his successor, as Po needed to step up as the spiritual master of the Valley of Peace. Po was hesitant, as all he knew was kicking butts and not passing wisdom. I mean, who would want to receive advice from the Dumpling Warrior? A competition was hosted for Po to pick a successor, but he ended up only picking himself, pissing off Shifu. Shifu took Po to meditate to find the answers, but Po couldn't concentrate. Po soon spotted someone breaking into the temple and confronted them. After an intense battle, Po emerged victorious, and the fox was imprisoned. The workers at the mine came to inform Po of Tai Lung's arrival. The fox left Po with the advice, "Every step leaves a footprint, no matter how small." This advice leads Po to the fox, and he asks her for advice on finding the location of Tai Lung, who she revealed was just a chameleon who could shapeshift. Po leaves the valley with her. While talking, she asks about the staff, and he informs her that the staff is useless to anyone unless he willingly hands it to them. At the meeting of the bandits' leaders, they were disappointed by how the chameleon was treating them and decided to fight back. The croc pointed out how the chameleon could be amongst them right now, pointing to others and saying, "You could be the chameleon, or maybe just maybe." The little koala said, "Don't say it, don't say it," as the croc turned into the chameleon. The chameleon instructed them to get more than tribute for her, as she had a plan for the Red Moon. Po's dads were worried about Po, so they also went on a mission to help him. Po and the fox saw the city from a distance. However, they soon got into trouble because Shin cheated in a game, leading to a fight that damaged the restaurant. Zhen witnessed the power of the Staff of Wisdom. They escaped on a boat. Po saw a vision of the chameleon destroying the world, but was slapped awake by Zhen as she announced they had arrived in the city. Po is surprised by the life in the city and the extravagant buildings. However, his astonishment soon ends when he realizes Shin is a wanted criminal, and the police surround them. Luckily, they could escape and hide away in the den of criminals, an underground city for criminals. Po met the little rabbits there who were so cute till they spoke. Violence makes our tummies tingle. Even though Zhen was also wanted down there, Po could talk them out of harming them for a while. Zhen apologized to the boss, and he let them lie low in the den for a while. Po was shocked to realize his adventures weren't even known outside the valley. Turns out no one knew of the local champion. After the police left, the underground boss asked them to leave, which they did. Heading to the castle, Zhen felt emotional about how trusting Po was of her. They decided to go kick butt after Po said, "How may one kick butts if one doesn't seek butts to kick?" Po's parents arrived in the city searching for Po. Po and Zhen soon arrived at the chameleon's castle, but Po was trapped in a reinforced cage. Po passed the Staff of Wisdom to Zhen to help unlock the cage, but she slowly backed away, giving the staff to the chameleon. The chameleon narrates how she found and nurtured Zhen after she saw her potential. She talks about how she did all this to finally get what she always wanted, Kung Fu, with the help of the staff. Po escaped from the cage by destroying the floor. He fought from underground until he got outside. The chameleon, who had transformed into Zhen, pushed Po off a cliff. His dad saved Po. They encouraged him not to give up, fight back, and embrace change, because when things stay the same, they lose their flavor. The Chameleon rolled her eyes when she noticed that Zhen was now attached to Po, telling her, "When you want something, you have to use everything at your disposal to get it." Zhen questioned if that was why the Chameleon took her in, but the Chameleon brushed it off as Zhen was being overly emotional. The Chameleon gave a dramatic speech as she walked towards the center of the hall, but to her surprise, the blood moon that was supposed to add dramatic effects to her speech was rising so slowly. She rolled her eyes and decided to move forward with the spell anyway. She channeled Tai Long out of the spirit realm. Tai Long was surprised to see the staff with someone else and even said, Po might be a fool, but he wouldn't just give the staff to anyone. The Chameleon had her minions fight Tai Long, and while he was fighting, she took the opportunity to take away his kung fu. Witnessing this, Zhen ran out, feeling bad about her decision, but soon saw Po. She told Po not to go, and Po asked why she cared, as she had betrayed him already. In an attempt to stop Po from fighting the Chameleon, they exchanged blows and soon ended in a draw. Po walked away, but he heard her running towards him. He turned to attack, but all he felt was a warm hug.
Please, Po. Just let me do one thing right.
She tried to convince him not to go as he was powerless against the Chameleon, but as the Dragon Warrior, he decided to go. Zhen and Po's parents went to seek help to fight against the Chameleon's army. They went to the underground city and sought the help of the criminals. In the castle, Po witnessed the Chameleon stealing the powers of all his nemesis, as he called them. He talked to his old enemies and promised to get the staff back and return them to the spirit realm. Po interrupted the Chameleon, but she was done with it and casually tossed the staff to him, stating that she was unstoppable with her sorcery and kung fu. Po tried to use talk no justi on her, stating that change was essential. The Chameleon looked stunned, saying, "I'm a chameleon. I do nothing but change." Po refuted this, saying all she does is change the outside, not the inside. The Chameleon got bored with the talks and attacked, transforming into his different opponents while channeling their kung fu. Zhen soon joined the fight, and the Chameleon felt it was unfair to have a 2 versus 1 battle, so she combined the kung fu and transformed into a dragon, attacking them. The Chameleon soon transformed into evil Po. I mean, there are always 2 sides to a story, so why not just make the 2 sides battle against each other? The Chameleon beat up Po and locked him away in a cage. Po passed the Staff of Wisdom to Zhen, asking her to be the pit that grows into a tree. She accepted the staff and confronted the Chameleon. They exchanged blows, but Zhen was losing because the Chameleon taught her all the kung fu moves. So Zhen channeled the staff's power the same way she saw Po do, smashing the Chameleon against the wall.
Surf and skunk blast!
Po praised Zhen for her quick learning abilities. She was surprised that Po could get out of the cage quickly, but she pretended he couldn't. How's a peach pit supposed to become a tree if you never give it a chance to grow? At that moment, the Chameleon attacked, but Po was faster, smashing it to the ground and using the right words to channel all the power out of the Chameleon back into the owners. His nemesis as he called them, went back into the spirit realm, taking the Chameleon along with them. They all returned to the valley, and Po introduced Zhen as his successor to Shifu, but he wasn't too pleased. Po assures her that Shifu will come around soon as they begin her training as the next successor of his mantle.